When I woke up, I found myself once again in Dabi's bed alone, not wrapped in his arms like the last morning. The memories of what happened the night before flooding through my head, wondering if it was just a dream or not. We almost did it. What the hell was I thinking? I bet he hates me now. Or was it all a big dream I had? I look over to the alarm clock with a red 7:25 written in bold. What a shitty day that is ahead of me. Sitting up and swinging my legs over the side of the bed, I whine at the new soreness in my lower region. Nope, not a dream, but it's not too bad. I bet his, would hurt more. Standing up, I scout out the room for the undergarment I lost last night, putting it on and walking out the door. You know, human, I can still read your thoughts, and I'm very disturbed by them. Anyways, what on the menu for the day? Venom says with disgust, but it wears off by the end. I had completely forgot Venom had not eaten in a while. I walk into my room. Well, more like my siblings' room to get ready for the day, sighing in relief once I saw everyone was gone. I did the same routine as every morning with the occasional wince. Did he burn the inside of me? Mostly everyone in the league was out, so I got to eat breakfast in peace. Until it was broken by a certain reptile. Hey there, rookie. You have any idea what got the crispy zombie so pissed off, lifting my brow in confusion and though of what he meant? I letting my eyes widen a bit once I figured it out, telling him a lie. No idea. Isn't he always mad at the world? I revert my eyes to my cereal bowl, finding it way more interesting than this conversation. Blush all over my face again about being reminded about last night. Girl, you're gonna need to control yourself. I don't want to be attached to a little schoolgirl. I'm here for a villain, not a pussy hero. I roll my eyes at my parasite quirk. I'm not a pussy hero, I'm going to this shit school to take them down, snapping out of my telepathic conversation by a green hand waving in front of my face. You okay there, kid? Waving him off while standing up and garbing my school bag. Yeah, I'm fine, just trying to get into the hero character. I'll see you later. Korjiri, can you make me portal? I wave bye to the two men in the bar, stepping through, hearing a quiet see ya. Standing once again in front of the big gates of UA, looking down, not paying attention to my surroundings. You got this. Just don't blow up and you'll be fine. I'm cut off, but a rough shove sending me forward. Venom catching me before I fell. You might be new and all, but it doesn't mean anything. You're still just a stepping stone, just like everyone else. The blonde firecracker said, glaring daggers at me as he continued on his way to class. Can I please eat his head? This guy is really pissing me off. Rolling my eyes, I bend down to get the books that had fallen. A hand reaches for the last book, giving it to me and offering a hand up. Sorry about Bakugo, he is always like that. He said with a calm voice, making my heart stop as I looked into his eyes. Well, it was only one eye, but it had the same electric blue as the scared villain that I had feelings for. He raised a brow at me, having a weird look, but I snapped out of it and took his hand, letting him pull me up. It's okay, really. Thank you. He forced a smile, acting as the shy student, but also wanting to know who the eye lookalike was. Todoroki, you're correct? The new girl in our class. He stated, walking down the hall to get to our homeroom. Thank you, Todoroki, for the help. Yep, I'm the new girl, but you can just call me Wen. I say, turning into the bubbly persona, wanting to get to know him better. He could be the key to find out Dabi's past. He doesn't talk about it at all, so this could be the final push to find out. It's a stretch, but worth a shot. So what's your quirk, Todoroki? I bet it's super cool. I ask a question, trying to keep conversation going. This could also be good info for the league. Well, I can create ice on my right side and I can also create fire on my left, but I don't like to use it, he said. A little uncountable to be talking about himself, but I kept going, trying to get more information on him. Wow, that really cool. Why don't you use your fire? If it's okay to ask. He stopped walking, making me panic, thinking I fucked up. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked. I was cut off again. Why do people keep cutting me off? It's okay. My father wants me to surpass All Might. He would put me through hell to get me stronger. I don't use my quirk because of him. It's just a bad reminder of the past. He finished saying, looking down at the ground, avoiding eye contact with me. Sounds familiar. I think Dabi mentioned something about his dad, but it wasn't much. He just said he was an asshole. He slit open the massive one door, letting me enter before he did, closing the door behind him. I was met with four eyes speaking, more like a screaming match with the hedgehog of the class. Yep, today was going to be a long day. The time skip. Class, you will be doing hand-to-hand combat with a partner of your choice. You can use your quirks. Just don't kill each other. I will also be there to step in if things go too far, got it? Mr. Izawa said with boredom. Most of the day had gone by at a snail-like pace, but now we were on the last class of the day, hero training. Yay. It's not all bad. I get free training, but I have to pick a partner and I hate everyone here. Not to seem overconfident, but I could probably destroy everyone here. Todoroki would probably be a challenge. He is super strong, only he would use his fire. Looking around to find him and ask him to spar, I see him waiting patiently for someone. I was about to make my way to him when I felt a rough hand on my arm dragging me to a different spot in the field. Okay, new girl, since you think you can beat everyone here. Spar with me. I'll totally destroy you. Guess who it was? Katsuki. Fucking Bakugo. This kid is getting on my nerves. I don't think I can beat everyone here. What makes you think that? Keeping my innocent act up, playing the part perfectly. His face twisted into an angry, confused look. Keeping my innocent act up, playing the part perfectly. It's written all over your face, loser. So let's test your theory of being the best. He said, running at me with full speed, getting ready to attack. May as well, I have to get info on him anyways, so perfect timing. A thanks would be nice, you know. This guy is super annoying. A thanks would be nice, you know. My quirk said to me, ignoring him again. I was thinking of a way to get the angry kid in front of me to spill. It was back and forth for a while. No quirks were used until the Pomeranian started losing. My quirk said to me, ignoring him again. I was thinking of a way to get the angry kid in front of me to spill. It was back and forth for a while. No quirks were used until the Pomeranian started losing. Sending a blast my way, thinking I could take a direct hit, letting venom coat me as a shielding, hissing when the hit went right through my black protection. Stepping back a bit to regain myself, the black ooze bubbling as it seals itself back together. That fucking hurt, you piece of shit, I'll kill you. Venom lets his voice be heard as he takes full control of my body, taking the fight into his own hands. Bakugo has explosions for his quirk, so it's not doing as much damage as fire, but still hurts like a bitch. Venom lets his voice be heard as he takes full control of my body, taking the fight into his own hands. Bakugo has explosions for his quirk, so it's not doing as much damage as fire, but still hurts like a bitch. Now with a newfound worthy opponent, I thought to give the boy a good scare, letting Venom do his thing and turning into my true form. I changed my form when he was charging at me. I let out a loud screech, making everyone stop what they were doing to look at what made the horrific sound. Now, with a newfound worthy opponent, I thought to give the boy a good scare, letting Venom do his thing and turning into my true form. I changed my form when he was charging at me. I let out a loud screech, making everyone stop what they were doing to look at what made the horrific sound. The boy was frozen in place, but only for a moment, as I got down on all fours, 3 messy black tentacles from my back. I must have looked like a wild animal. Finally showing your true colors, I knew that was a fake. He snapped out of it and continued running to me. I also started to charge at him, tentacles garbing him before we met. I slammed him on the ground repeatedly, letting Venom have all control. The last slam to the ground left him still, a crazed smile on his face as he looked up at me. Izawa imminently disabled my quirk, making Venom lose all his power, forcing him to retract back inside of me. You really did show your true colors. Now everyone here knows you're a monster. The last word that left the blonde boy's mouth made me snap. My face went pale white and my eyes lost the small light they had left. I just stood there looking at him with a pale face and dead eyes, but inside a swarm of things were passing through. The last word that left the blonde boy's mouth made me snap. The last person to call me that was my mother, leading me to the orphanage, and that to all my dead siblings. I could still remember it so clearly, the sight of their bones, the smell of ash in the air, and the pain of it. So much pain and guilt was washing through me at the moment, tears welling up in my eyes. I will not dare let him see me cry. Swallowing all the emotions I was feeling, I stood up straight, leaning down to pick up the little asshole by the shirt. Don't you ever call me that, or I'll let the monster in me eat you. I say in the darkest voice I never knew I had, walking away to the changing rooms. Mr. Izawa, I'm taking the rest of the day off, not feeling well. With Venom also giving a piece of his mind. I didn't technically lie. I just got a stiff nod as I left with all the terrified stares of my classmates. "You're home early, Miss Wan. Did everything go all right at school?" I stomp into the bar, fist clenched so hard my knuckles were turning white, shoving my back violently into the corner of the room. "Everything is just peachy. Couldn't be better." I didn't even see the purple-skinned villain at the bar stools. I sarcastically say, still stopping down the hall, just wanting nothing but to relax in my bed, slamming my room door shut and giving my sibling a small nod as they played on the floor, flopping down in my bed with a loud huff. "And you're back early. Now we can play together," Phil said with excitement filling his voice. The other two also started to crowd around me. "Sorry guys, not today. I'm not in the mood," I say in a calm tone, trying to keep my emotions in check for them. "Oh, come on, big sis. There is no such thing. You used to play all the time with everyone when you were not in the mood." "Oh, come on, big sis. There is no such thing. You used to play all the time with everyone when you were not in the mood," Emma said, yanking my arm back and forth in a pathetic way to get me up, Phil and Ray doing the same, making me finally snap. "Well, now there is no everyone. Everyone is dead. All our siblings. Burnt alive, and I got to see it with my own two eyes." I snapped up in a sitting position with anger written all over my face. But once I saw the look in Emma's eye, I realized what I said, eyes widening and my hand shooting up to cover my mouth. Tears welled up in all of their eyes as they looked at me in shock because of my outburst. Emma choking out a sob before speaking with a broken voice with tears streaming out of her once full of life eyes. "What? Thanks for watching my video. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss anything I post."